Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour going to last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on Let's do it. Got it. Let's Mr. X to the Z.
If you got it, you got it.
Flaunt it.
What's your name?
Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What you're here are about to witness the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it.
Allow me to reintroduce this queen.
From west to east.
Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate to brag, but
Ain't nobody
It is phenomenal.
like the queen.
Right here.
who the world is this? So much drama.
From yo block to yo block.
Heard of the
Number one female. Been doing this for years.
barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this? So much business.
Again and again. Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Gangsters of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
Welcome to the show, and what a great show it's going to be today because of a smattering of celebrities who just, I don't ask for it, but when it happens, we talk about it. DMX and the Baby, Rachel True, Kerry Russell and Nev Campbell and their friendship collapsing. Paula Abdul, we still got to talk about it. Dave Chappelle, let's talk about it. Jennifer Lopez, R. Kelly, let's talk about it. During Advice Hour today, for all you parents who are always asking me about your children auditioning or signing up for acting, and I never know what to tell you, I'm going to repeat my information that I have concerning auditions in New York City for The Lion King. And ladies, how about 25 things a woman should never apologize for? I'll review that list with you next hour. And I also have another list. 20 amazing treats under 100 calories. One of those treats I'm enjoying here in the studio, which gave me my light bulb moment to find 20 more or 19 more. All right, so you guys keep it here because it is what it is. I'm your hostess, and welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience.
This is
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Oh, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. Hey, you. Shout out to all the mothers. I hope you did exactly what it is you wanted to do yesterday for Mother's Day. A couple of snafus in my plans, but I really didn't mind. I didn't spend as much time alone. I never got a chance to put on the filmy peignoir and a, head full of hair and a bunch of makeup and sit around by myself. But it was okay. And then we ended up making reservations and went to one of my favorite hawk restaurants. Yes, Chinese food in Manhattan. This place I like to go, It's like a 4.5, 5-star Chinese restaurant. And to my recollection, our son has never been to a 5-star restaurant or 4.5 star. Anyway, the first thing he does when we sit down, he puts the chopsticks in his nose. Like stuff just straight out of TV that you just some real comedy. And that wasn't really funny, but he's only 4. But we had a good time. I had a nice Mother's Day. And it was just all about peace of mind and being grateful to be a mother. They did give me something, but that was kind of incidental. My favorite thing actually is the peace of mind and being able to partake in the holiday. Because I remember there were a few years that were touch and go there where I didn't think I'd ever be able to be a part. I spent a lot of time crying on Mother's Day. So anyway, I hope that you, Sweetie Peach, had a fabulous day. And happy Mother's Day to DMX baby's mother, that new one. Well, that's the one that showed up in court. Remember when he had that little thing go on at JFK Airport in New York, and he had to end up going to court for that? And when he went to court, the woman lives in like Power 99 territory. What's up, Philly? Jersey, Delaware. She lives in either Delaware or maybe Maryland, which is even further down. That's not Power 99 territory. But she lives someplace other than like the New York tri-state area. And she had to take a day off from work and actually go to the courthouse while DMX was answering those charges about rolling around with the drugs and the cop light and driving crazy and hitting things at the airport at JFK. He's in court for that. And she's in the back of the court talking about, did he go? You know, the paternity test had come back. And he ended up being the father back then. I guess he protested at that point, and they took another paternity test. So now it's proving that DMX is 99.999% the father of this girl's baby. And he's still trying to fall back off the story, fall back off the situation. Now, what do you say to that when you're Mrs. X? Do you, like, pump your fist for your husband doing that? Or do you say, look, you know, man up and just... You messed up, take responsibility, and I'll talk to you about divorce perhaps at another time. I mean, what is Mrs. X doing? What is she doing during this time? I mean, you don't want to admit that your husband messes up like that, but geez Louise, if they want people to stop talking about it, like see how we're sitting here talking about it right now? If he just admitted to it when the first paternity test came back, paid child support on time, then none of us would be talking about this. But here we go once again. We're talking about DMX. It has nothing to do with DMX music. You feel what I'm saying? Every time we talk about this man, it's about some crap. That's not to take away from his talent, but somewhere along the way, DMX has become like Bobby Brown, like, yeah, exactly. Pathetic, ridiculous, trifling, troublesome. And, you know, and your craft, man, your craft is getting lost in your drama. And I didn't realize that Bobby Brown, are you ready for this? Bobby Brown's got 6 kids outside of his marriage? Exactly. Who the hell knew that? Now, let me just see if I can count the kids. All right, warm up your microphone. Now, there, of course, is the child that Cockroach is taking care of.
Sure.
Cockroach from The Cosby Show. That's who, all right. Cockroach in real life married Bobby Brown's ex-jump-off, a.k.a. one of Bobby's baby's mothers. So that's one child. Now, they say 6 kids outside of the marriage, so Bobby Christina doesn't count. Now they're the 2 teenagers, a boy and a girl, up in Boston. That's Kim Ward's kids. All right, so that's 3 covered. Where are the other 3 kids? Art, do you have a lead on this?
I have no idea.
Well, geez Louise. In the meantime, you know, he had until last Friday to show proof that he had the cash flow established to form the educational trust fund for his 2 kids that he had with his ex-girlfriend, Kim Ward. Now, he's facing possible risk of going to jail yet again. They're giving him... I thought I remember saying last week that they're giving him 6 months, except being that this is not the first time that he's been deadbeat in his parental responsibilities. Remember, he spent a day behind bars last June. after falling 3 months behind in child support for the same woman up in Boston, Kim Ward. Remember, he owed her $63,500. And he was released after he went to Whitney, and she helped him, I guess, cough up the money, only to rack up more missing child payments that last month, March. You know, he was caught up with his child support, but child support is apparently different, according to the judge, than this educational fund. And the reason, I guess, that the judge is harping on Bobby starting this educational fund is because these kids are teens, this boy and this girl, they're going to be going to college soon. They're going to need their educational fund. You understand what I'm saying? Kim Ward does not have any money for SATs. And all. You know how expensive it is when you're getting ready to matriculate? There's a whole bunch of tests. Was I the only one whose parents sent them to one of them? I went to an SAT training course, and I took the SATs twice. And I remember the training course was like at a Hilton in like Woodbridge, New Jersey or something like that. I borrow my parents' car, you know, bring my little stash. Little do they know. You know, and blaze up the parkway onto the turnpike to my SAT course. Wouldn't retain a thing for obvious reasons. You know, just wasting their money. But, you know, I deal with that in therapy now. And you know, I try to, you know, give back in other ways now. But, boy, did I take advantage of those older people when I was younger. You know, you do that to your parents. It's really not a nice thing to do. And if you do that, then oftentimes you become a really guilty adult in dealing with your parents. Like me, oh, my gosh. My parents don't understand the kind of guilt they hold over my head because I feel like I took such advantage of them. Anyway, where was I? Oh, so Bobby says about this college, the fund, that he's been busy with his own hectic schedule. Well, he says, and here's his quote, "I've been shooting a television show and recording an album, so it's hard. For me, it's easy not to know that a payment is not paid because other people are supposed to pay them." Exactly, Arthur, exactly. When it comes down to your kid, I mean, you know, maybe other people pay other things. Oh, I don't know. I'm not thinking that being Bobby Brown is such a daunting task that he can't pay his own damn bills. All he's got to do is go to one-stop shop, the Bank of Whitney, ask her for the money that he needs, and then start writing checks. What is the deal? They're saying now that it's $176,000 that he's supposed to have set up in the fund for his two oldest kids, a boy and a girl. Can you imagine being a teenager and your father's name splashed in the paper for everything bad and nothing good? It's like DMX, except his kids are younger. He still has a chance to get his thing together. But look at Bobby's oldest kids in Boston. Do you think Cockroach shields the Bobby kids from knowing what's going on?
I think so.
6 kids outside of his marriage to Whitney. I can't wait for Being Bobby Brown to start on Bravo. June 30th. Following Bobby in his personal life, trying to get that in order, plus resurrecting his music career, and Whitney's in it, and so is Bobby Christina. Somebody called Dyfus. I'm just saying. Well, I don't have any word on whether Bobby's started making any of these payments or not. I know about the Chappelle show. They're throwing a lot of dirt up in the game regarding Dave Chappelle. We're going to talk about it. We got to talk about so many different things today. Paula and the Chief. I'm not leaning hard on that, though. I just want to, you know, she did end up going to Saturday Night Live, which was pretty big of her. She didn't make me think anything differently other than, you know, she's a good sport. This is what her PR people are telling her to do. I totally believe this kid, Corey Clarkson, or Clark. And I didn't even know that Rachel True from Half and Half, Terry Russell from Felicity, and Nev Campbell are friends. Kind of, sort of, but no more. Keep it here. I'll explain.
Wendy, man.
I drove yesterday to get you, but that book is fire! Yes, honey, you did it again, honey. You did it again.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
What's up, y'all? This is Faith Evans, and you're listening to my girl, Wendy Williams. She's so crazy.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Ladies and gentlemen, It is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Thank you, everybody. I just feel like I'm supposed to be coming on like a superhero, the way that was orchestrated. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, with the music and stuff. I feel like I'm supposed to be standing like Al Franken does at the toilet. Yeah, you know, 2 hands on his hips. You know, privates just dangled over the area. You know what I mean? With a cape blowing and, it is I.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Williams, a young dirty bastard.
With all due respect, Miss Cherry, and there's plenty of women out there like that. You sound like one of those mothers who doesn't let your boy be a man and take on a new family. Because his new family, Miss Cherry, you lived here's his family.
Yeah, he has.
I'm talking about when Dirty was alive.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I understand Miss Cherry, kind of stepping up, but not really. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we just wish that she would be more of a grandmother to the children. Kids, she don't call them or anything.
Kids, how do you feel about Miss Cherry? Come on, Young Dirt. Young Dirt ready.
Yeah, Young Dirty definitely ready. And she's real stupid right now. Man, if she was right here, I'd beat this out of her.
Oh!
I tell you right there.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, my grandma. She ain't no grandma to me, so put it that way. Ooh. This is Young Dirt Dog talking. Get him.
Young Dirt Dog's no liar.
I guess they going through their emotions, and this is how they feel. There's nothing that came from me. This is what she showed them.
We got him. This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
All righty. Just in time for Mother's Day, we have to hear from Old Dirt. Well, I see in today's newspaper that Old Dirty's cousin RZA was in family court, as well as DMX, 2 separate situations. And then, of course, there's Bobby Brown. Man, oh man, Chevis, if these rappers could just keep up with their child support, none of this stuff would ever be printed. Okay, so we were talking about the DMX thing, and I mistakenly said that this was the woman from Maryland. Well, I have today's newspaper, and it says that this woman, 99.9% likelihood that DMX is the father, well, her name is Davida Oddens, and apparently her daughter is 3 years old. Her name is Jada, and they live in Buffalo, New York. And now there's a warrant out for DMX arrest since he failed to appear in court. In the meantime, you're wondering what his wife is saying. I have no idea, but the faster she says something like tell him to man up, the faster this can all be out of the paper and this can be handled as a private matter. In the meantime, she's at home because she just gave birth to DMX's child, his wife, Tashira. Well, that wouldn't be such a what if he didn't have this other situation going on. I mean, Tashira can't even get up and drive up to Buffalo and see the child or see the mother, if you know what I'm saying. And then there's RZA. And, RZA, I'm surprised that you let your business get in the newspaper like this because, you're the Well, you're a member of the Wu-Tang Clan that I expect you to be bigger than this, God. He did show up in family court. But they say they didn't need to read the DNA results to acknowledge that he's the father of 4-year-old Rahindia.
Oh!
What was that, the child's name?
Yeah.
Rahindia. Well, her mom's name is Jamie Summer, like the $6 million woman. Apparently, he, at one point, as recent as February, was saying he never heard of Jamie Summers, the baby's mother. That's a good one, RZA. But then apparently he couldn't deny the resemblance that he has to Rahindia and back, the 4-year-old. And the child jumped up into his arms there at the, that's a way to really slay a man. You have the baby just run over and jump up in the arms of. Well, RZA has been asked to support, are you ready? 6 children by different mothers. And he says that his income last year was between $125,000 and $150,000 a year.
Damn.
Well, to most people, that's a lot of money. But you put 6 kids in the mix, and plus your own family at home, man, that's like making $2 a year. But you figure if he's saying 125 to 150, that really means, 325 to 350. Yeah. So, Naomi Campbell, happy birthday to you. Apparently, they're planning her 35th birthday party in Cannes. We can only be happy that it's not here in the United States, where all the fighting and cell phone beatdowns go. Hopefully, she will be on her best behavior as she's asked for 86-year-old Nelson Mandela to be her special guest of honor at her birthday party. Proceeds from the event are going to benefit the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. But let's talk about Dave Chappelle, okay? Art, do you have anything new on the Dave Chappelle situation?
No, I have behind-the-scenes gossip, but nothing on the up high.
Okay, let's talk behind-the-scenes gossip, because first let me give you the 4 allegations that they're throwing Chappelle's way. Number 1, he's having a conflict with the writers and a bit of writer's block himself. Number 2, they're saying that he had the flu or pneumonia during the winter, and apparently he's still in some sort of suffrage from that. And they're also saying, number 3, that he's accepted several stand-up bookings around the country, and so he's got to make good on them. And then the 4th one, the most tragic one, drugs.
Oh.
And I'm talking about other than Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, now this is just me and Artie talking. We are just talking like everybody else is. What are the people saying behind the scenes of the show?
What you just said, the yayo.
Oh,
yes, the yayo.
Those
and the running out of ideas things too, but the yayo definitely.
Okay, so there might be some sniffing going on.
Yeah, and I'm just glad he ain't share with me.
No, Art.
I'm just
second I was going to say the second he shares from you, we can start looking for a new producer.
Oh.
Well, that's,
I'll stick to the Chief then, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hold back on my joke. But here's what his person is saying. He is not in rehab. This is the quote. He does not have a cocaine addiction. That's what his spokesperson told the New York Times. But his spokesperson did hint that Dave Chappelle may not have been up to the pressure that $50 million and the big audience of this show is demanding. They're saying, the high expectation of meeting the fans for the first 2 seasons and then delivering sketch comedies to drive the ratings and the DVD sales and living up to the $50 million contract and all like that. Well, it is a lot, but we're ready for our 3rd season, Dave Chappelle. Now, you need to get it together and come up with some of the funnies. And if drugs are a part of it, get help or man up. Be strong. Leave that alone, or at the very least, leave that over there.
Put that where? Back
now,
there.
Let me just tell you all that today, when I got in the car to come to work, it is such a beautiful day in the Northeast. It's going up to 70 degrees today. And I woke up especially early because they gave me all the rest I needed yesterday, and I was all bright-eyed and put extra curls in my hair and stuff. Threw on my tight white T-shirt and my Hudson jeans and my leopard candies. And as I was driving to the city, I ended up getting on the Turnpike South. I'm broadcasting from Philly today. It was just too nice of a day just to, drive 15 minutes to get to work. I wanted to drive an hour and a half. So I'm broadcasting from Philly today. So for Advice Hour, you're going to have a 215 number just for today. 215-483-4986. 215-483-4986. Advice Hour is coming up next on The Experience.
It's Wendy, man.
My boss came into my office and he basically brushed up against me with his penis.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how should I handle that situation?
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
The first page of this fax got cut off, but listen to the rest of it. I couldn't believe my eyes. Wendy, my son was giving my husband a professional.
doing?
She's the big one, Elizabeth. Come on, Elizabeth.
How you doing?
I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys. I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys. I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys.
I'm going home. I've had it.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Yeah, we be putting it down. We over dramatize everything on the damn show. I think that's what's so funny. You know, I'm a dramatic person by nature. Obviously, so is Arthur. But you know what? Some of these mess of stories sometimes that we get from these celebrities. I am so hungry. I'm ready to order some KFC. Damn Pam Anderson. You know, she's still on that boycott with KFC. Talking about the company drops live chickens into scalding oil. You know, that's really unfortunate, but we got to eat. Is KFC your favorite, or do you love that chicken from Popeyes the best? You know, depending on the day of the week and depending on how much I've had to drink. Paris Hilton's doing appearances. Guess how much she'll come to your party for? Between $150,000 and $200,000 a year. It's kind of cheesy that she does party appearances, but okay. And for those of you still following American Idol, the 41-city tour kicks off July 12th in Sunrise, Florida. I guess you can go to the idol.com website or something to find out more information. Oh, by the way, Oscar De La Hoya and his wife Millie are expecting their baby. I don't know whether this is the first or the second, but how you doing? All right, it's Advice Hour. Let's get into it, everybody. Dear Wendy, I need your help. Can we change the music? Thank you. I just had a baby, and my boyfriend wants to get married, but I don't want to marry him, or for that matter, be with him anymore. But I don't know how to tell him this. By the way, we've been talking for 9 years. You want to know what? Based on the size of your writing, and you and I write similarly, but I sometimes think that I don't know, I'm the only person of a certain age who writes and still makes a circle over my eyes instead of a dot. You know, real bubbly in 16. I don't know why, but you know what I would say? If you've been with him for 9 years and you don't want to marry him or be with him, then why the hell were you having unprotected sex with him? Now, this is somebody listening in Orangeburg, so shout out to everybody checking us out right now on Hot 103.9 in South Carolina. I don't know where in your mentality you were a few months ago when you got pregnant by him. And you're asking me the best way to tell him? Tell him. What do you have to lose? You don't care if he walks out. You don't want to be with him anyway. You know what I mean? But just make sure that you get your child support, and I wish you well. So there's so many people whose children are cute, and they act and they dance, and the parents ask me what to do, and I got to tell you, I don't know. But I've been letting you guys know that there's auditions for The Lion King in New York City, New York, USA. If you live outside of New York, be prepared to travel into the city. It is where Broadway is, and this is big for your child. Now, I'm going to give you this information one more time. Last time I gave it, I said I'm throwing away the paper, but I ran across it. So I said I'm going to share it with you today. The Lion King on Broadway is looking for your children to be on their on Broadway, but also on the national touring, which means your kid will be going on the road. They're looking for kids between 9 and 12 years old with the maximum height of 58 inches. They want your kids to be able to sing, dance, and act, and they're looking for kids to play the Lion Cubs, Simba and Nyla. And they're encouraging kids of all backgrounds to attend. So, the best I can tell you is a website, and I'll give you the date. Saturday, May 14th in New York City at the National Black Theater, which is located at 2031-33 Fifth Avenue, which is right at the cross street of 125th Street, Harlem. It's Saturday, May 14th. That's this coming Saturday. I will give you the Disney casting hotline and the website. Are you ready? 212-827-5450. And the website, DisneyOnBroadway.com. And nothing is capitalized there. www.DisneyOnBroadway.com. And I hope your child wins. Let's move along. All right. 25 things that a woman should never apologize for. We ready, ladies? I'm not saying I agree with all these, but I throw it out there because every once in a while these cute little things come across the email. Number 1, never apologize for pursuing what makes you happy, even if you need to quit your job, transfer schools, or move across the country. Always do what you really want. I go along with that. Never apologize for using proper English. Keeping it real doesn't mean speaking Ebonics. Never apologize for giving your best in a relationship that doesn't work out. Never apologize for being successful. Only haters want to keep you at their level. Number 5 is never apologize for crying. Wear waterproof mascara and express yourself. The exception to that is when the man is firing you. Don't break down. I am guilty of this. If I did list regrets in my life, I regret ever crying in any boss's office, any place, and I have. And because I'm a Cancer and I'm soft and pink, my shell is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like a crab, my shell is hard. But you get me in office, you about to lay out the pink slip. What? I'm crying. I had this boss back in the day who called me basically a dinosaur. She called the dinosaur. The D word came out, a dinosaur. She called me a dinosaur and told me that I need to change my ways, or I'd be a has-been before I know it because I'm already a dinosaur. And a couple of tears slipped out of my eyes. I am so mad at myself. And this is just one of the several times in my career that I've cried. You know, I've not cried in, I would say, the past 5 years easily. You know what I'm saying? But prior to that, I've cried in boss's office before. But this particular one, when she called me a dinosaur, which, you know, my whole career is predicated on a toe is a toe, the gossip and the whole bit. I don't know. This is what I do. So she made me cry. A couple of tears escaped, and then I'll never forget it. I went out to the parking lot, and my husband's cell service, I wasn't able to get him. I called my daddy, and I cried to him, you know, like, what I'm going to do now, you know. And I ended up keeping my same style, and the rest is history. You know, perhaps her hearing was dinosaur, but yeah, because I was like, well, you know, what else am I supposed to do? Anyway, so never apologize for crying, except don't cry in your boss's office. I know I said I did it, but please don't do that, because unless you can come back hard and black, you know, but for the grace of God, you know, I've managed to. It's not a good look. And they laugh at you behind your back when you do things like that. Never apologize for 10 pounds that you need to lose. People who really care about you will accept who you are. Never apologize for being frugal, otherwise known as cheap. Just because you save your money instead of blowing it on the latest fashion emergency doesn't mean you're cheap. Never apologize for being a single mom. Babies are a blessing. Never apologize for treating yourself to something special. Sometimes you have to show yourself some appreciation. Never apologize for leaving an abusive relationship. Your own safety should always be priority one. Never apologize for keeping the ring, even if you didn't get married. Well, under what circumstances are you keeping the ring? This is a whole nother conversation. We've had it before, so I'll move on. Never apologize for setting high standards in a relationship. You know what you can tolerate and what simply gets on your nerves. Never apologize for saying no. Never apologize for asking what you want in bed. If you don't, who will? The next girl. Never apologize for wearing a weave or braids. You bought it, so it's yours. Never apologize to your new friends about your old friends. They're the reason she's been your girl. There's a reason she's been your girl from day one. Hold on, I'm almost finished with this. Never apologize for dating outside your race. Just because you found Mr. Right across the color lines doesn't mean that you don't love your brothers. Never apologize for demanding respect. You are to be treated like a queen. Never apologize for not knowing how to cook. Even if you can't burn like your grandma, you know how to order good takeout. Addendum, and you make more money than your grandma could ever conceivably think about making. So, Big Mama, do you. Never apologize for your taste in clothes. It's your style. Never apologize for changing your mind. It's your prerogative. Never apologize for making a decision from your heart, even if others don't agree. You're the one who has to live with the consequences. Never apologize for making more money than your man. You work hard and you deserve to get paid. And finally, never apologize for being you. Hold your head, girls. All right, let's get back into it. What do we have, Artie boy? Like 4 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. You know, Arthur, I'm watching you on the in-studio cam, and I see exactly what you're doing. Get off the foot fetish website and pay attention to what's going on in the radio.
I can do both.
All right.
How you doing?
Dear Wendy, I love your show, but I have a question for you. I met this guy the other day. You know what? I can't get into this right now. How many minutes do I have left?
You got 4. Do it quickly.
No, because I need to answer from the heart. Instead, I'm going to go over the other list that I brought for you guys, which this one is really great. Actually, you know what I'm enjoying in the studio today? Oreo's got these little bags of Oreo Thin Crisps, 100 calories for the little bag. It controls how many calories you eat, and they're delicious, and they're chocolate. So I brought in a list of 19 amazing treats under 100 calories. 20 if you include my Oreo Thin Crisps. 7 pretzels are 95 calories. 1 Baskin-Robbins non-fat cappuccino blast is only 90 calories. 5 caramel rice cakes, 80 calories. I love those. A sugar-free fudge sickle, just 40 calories. Ooh. So have 2, because that's what I would do. 1 glass of champagne is just 72 calories. A slice of raisin bread has only 90 calories, and it's perfect along with your tea for breakfast or coffee.
How about a jelly donut?
15 jelly beans are just 85 calories, any flavor you'd like. 3 Hershey's Kisses are just 75 calories. Now, you can have this little bag of Oreo Thin Crisps for 100 calories or 1 Oreo double stuff at 70 calories. But who could just eat 1? I'd say put that where back there. 10 baked tortilla chips, 80 calories. A cup of Honey Nut Cheerios, 75 calories. 15 gummy bears, 85 calories. 6 large strawberries drizzled with chocolate syrup, 80 calories. So, just because something is delicious or just because you're watching your break doesn't mean that you have to suffer. I get started with my, what am I getting done? I start a new, yes, thank you. I want to call it weight loss, but I'm really doing it for the purpose of detoxifying. On Friday, a whole thing. For 3 weeks, I'm not going to eat any chewable food. I'm just going to drink like wheatgrass juice and cucumber and kale mixed and all like that with a juice bar. And I got this diet guru, this detox guru that's going to be following me around and helping me mix and stuff. Because I'm figuring since I don't have some of the same old habits I used to have, like swallowing gum and other things, then I might as well get rid of that stuff because I know that my kidneys and my colon, I know all that stuff's got so much gum. I've been swallowing gum since last New Year's Eve when I gave it up for New Year's Eve. So I'm just, so I start that on Friday. They said it's best to start on a Friday so then that way I can have as much use of the bathroom as I need over the weekend for any uncomfortable situations. All righty, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. The fax is open, 215-483-4986. Advice Hour continues next.
It's Wendy, man.
I got slayed so well. Made me do things I don't even do to my husband.
Oh, my God. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Alrighty, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience, and we're good to go with Advice Hour. Dear Wendy, I need your help. I've been at my job for 3.5 years. And I just merged, the company just merged, and things are getting real bad here. The new company policy, benefits, vacation packages, and schedules are forcing a lot of people to quit. We lost 15 people in the last 2 weeks. The department cannot hire anyone else due to budget cuts. And Wendy, I'm ready to leave also. I'm 25, I have no kids, and I want a big change. I'm ready to move out of state and try to start over. I don't really have any family here, and the man that I've been dealing with is married, and he's not going to leave his wife, so it's time for me to get moving on anyway. Now, my resume is online, and I've been faxing it out for about a month. I've been getting some calls, but nothing really that I want. This move is temporary, Wendy, just to see if I like it. If I do, then I'll take my 401k and I'll purchase a townhouse and make a new living for myself. I do have family in the area I'm trying to move to. My sister said that I could stay with her for as long as I want, but I've been on my own for so long that I need my own place. So my question to you is, should I try to get fired so that I can collect unemployment and use that money to get myself on my feet in the next state? Or should I wait it out and see if someone in the new area will hire me and give my 2 weeks notice? P.S. I love the show. That's signed Ready to Move. Ready to Move. It's been my experience that having the word fired anywhere on your resume is not necessarily the best thing. And I understand that unemployment, will pay you and you can use that money to land on your feet someplace else, but you got this big, red mark on your resume, and who wants that? Why don't you wait it out and wait for a position to become available in your new city? As long as you're asking me, that's what I would suggest. And by the way, since when, I mean, you mentioned borrowing from your 401k to purchase a townhouse, but if you're 25 with no kids, why don't you just get a second job when you get to your new city? Like, you have your main job, that's your career job. Why don't you get a night job at, Target or something like that? Like 25 with no kids. I don't know, why would you, she says, if I do, I will take my 401k and purchase a house. Okay, so she's not even talking about borrowing against it. She's talking about taking it out. I'll tell you, being on the radio is such a different kind of animal because it takes you out of a lot of the things that normal people do. Like sometimes you work for a company that has a 401k and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have a union and sometimes you don't. Art?
Yeah, yes. I'm here.
I see on the camera, though, that you're way over in the cut. Can you stay near the microphone?
I am near the microphone. I'm right in the middle of the board.
Doing something else.
No, I'm not. I'm putting commercials in.
Look, you come from the normal world before getting into the crazy world of radio.
No doubt.
I'm not that familiar with 401ks because that's not how DJ in New York money gets saved. It gets, you get a pension through AFTRA, American Federation of Radio and Television, and then whatever else you set up with your, portfolio on your own.
All right.
I had a 401k once in my life, and that was for a minute while I was working actually based here in Philly at Power 99. But don't they say for normal people, you don't use your 401k if you don't have to?
You don't use it. You don't?
Yeah.
Yes, you're not supposed to use it, no.
No, well, this girl is talking about cashing out early, which the penalty would be huge to buy a townhouse. And I say get a second job. Okay. So that's what I needed to know from the normal world. Yeah, you're not supposed to use your 401k for something like that. And now riddle me this, because you come from that normal world of employment. Isn't it better for her to wait to find a job in her new city, for something to come up and hold on to the job that she doesn't like and then just give her 2 weeks notice? Or is it better for her to get fired?
No, it's better to find another job while she has the one she has already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like we say here on the show, a bird in a hand is worth two in your bushes.
I know that's right.
All right. Okay, let's continue on. Dear Wendy, how are you? I love the show. By the way, you all, because I'm broadcasting in Philly today, there's a 215 fax number, and I'll give it to you again. I love the show, but I have a question for you. I met this guy the other day, and a couple of minutes into our conversation, I found out that he used to deal with a friend of mine 2 years ago. From what I know of their relationship, they never had sex or anything, but they were very good friends. However, my friend decided at the time to pursue a relationship with someone else. Until the other day, I never met this guy that my friend was talking to. And I had heard stories about how he looked and how he didn't have it together and so on, how he had it together and he treated her very well. Sidebar, then why did she leave him? Wendy, if I told you this man is good looking, that would be an understatement. When it came out that I was talking to him, when it came out that he talked to my friend, my heart just dropped, Wendy. I wanted to exchange numbers, but I know my friend was not trying to feel it, so I fell back. As a matter of fact, when she heard that he'd been spotted, in other words, she became excited and decided to call him and then went to go see him. If it works out between them, Wendy, I'll be happy for her because he seems like a real good catch. The only thing is I can't get my mind off him. My coworkers are telling me that I should have given him my number and that you can't claim a person after 6 months, especially if it was your decision to leave. Okay, I see where you're leading with this. I like that. You can't claim somebody after 6 months if it was your decision to break it off. I like that. This is not her baby's father. According to her, they didn't even have sex together. Her friend and him. No, if they didn't have sex and all they did was go on a series of dates, and this was years ago that they dealt with each other, I say a cute man is hard to find and a good one at that. Exchange numbers. But, and however, this is big. Turn off the music. Be prepared for your friend to be jealous and be prepared to lose that friendship. That's all. If she understands, then she understands. But if she doesn't, be prepared to choose. How good of a friend is she? Are you willing to lose her friendship over, a possibility of a decent relationship with this man? Or do you just need to fall back altogether? I like what you said, though, especially if they never slept together. After 6 months, you don't have any claims. It's been a couple of years since those two talked to each other. It's very confusing, isn't it? Well, look at me. The fax number just for today is 215-483-4986. 215-483-4986. We'll talk Rachel True, Jennifer Lopez, R. Kelly, Paula Abdul, Ben and Jen 2. It's all coming up on the Hour of Truth.
Wendy, man.
I have a boyfriend. I've been with him for maybe a little over 3 years. And he's just now telling me that he has a child out there somewhere that may be like 5 or 6 years old.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WVLS, today's R&B Classic Soul. And, of course, the Wendy Williams Experience. Don't forget, Vaughn comes up at 7 o'clock with The Quiet Storm. And also, New York, don't forget that today, during the bonus hour, I'm going to bless you with the rewind of the Toni Braxton interview. Oh, she said so many interesting things, and a lot of you want to know why she started crying. And oh, her little sister got a nose job, and we talked about that. And Kerry Lewis, her husband, was in the studio. So the three of them made for great entertainment, and this all went down, I think it was like last Wednesday or something, but I'm not taking any vacation anytime soon, so I just figure I'm getting a lot of requests for the Toni Braxton, and as opposed to making you wait until, who knows when, just play it today. It's a gorgeous day in New York, and WBLS is funkin' in Jamaica, June 2nd through June 5th. You can join a Demu on May 16th. That's next week at Justin's in Manhattan, Justin's Restaurant, and you can register to win that trip for 2 compliments of American Airlines. Get a low fare and a lot more air. That's a reminder from your radio station. Kicking today's classics. And, of course, home of the $100,000 cash guarantee. It's WBLS 107.5. I know it's only Monday, but it's never too early to think about a party. And don't forget, the Shadow Nightclub is free on Thursdays. Jam-packed because it's free. If it's free, it's for you, right? Fridays you pay to get it, and Saturdays you do as well. But it's free on Thursdays, and that's the good news. We're in Advice Hour right now. So don't forget, because I'm in Philly, I've got a different fax machine that I'm working with today. What's the fax number, though, Eddie? Just tell me. 215-483-4986. 215-483-4986. Just for today, because it was so nice. Instead of going to towards the Lincoln Tunnel off the Turnpike. I decided to just keep coming and driving, and next thing you know, I'm in Philly, and wouldn't you know it, I'm on a radio station in Philly, so this is where I am today, Power 99 FM. But okay, it doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. Everything is still business as usual. It's just that. To fax me, to be in touch today. You fax at that fax number, okay? All right, good. All right. I'm still a little shocked over the Dave Chappelle thing. You know, just a little. And, I know that there must be immense pressure, especially when they offer the money and then you take the money. You know, it's one thing when you're just doing it for fun and stuff, but, you know, money raises the stakes on everything. And I'm sure season 1, you know, he's doing it just for the fun. They throw him a little cheese, enough cheese for him to luxuriate, but not so much that it's over the top now where he's like, you know, their main man, their Comedy Central. And if you're not ready to deal with the pressure of that, then sometimes, you know. And I think Chappelle is married, too. He has a child. Jeez, I wonder how home life is. You know what I mean? Coming home all crazy. Leave me alone! Trying to think of jokes. And I don't want to think about the drug aspect of things because that just complicates every damn thing. Anyway, Chappelle, you've never come on the show, but I wish you well with whatever it is that you're going through. And please hurry up and get back to the 3rd season. All right, everybody, let's continue, Artie. It's the Wendy Williams Experience right here at 107.5 WBLS.